Hey there, this is Media Boy from Media Boy Studios, and you're listening to Untold, the podcast. A podcast where we have intelligent conversation with our friends and other professional personalities we experience. On Untold, we dive into captivating stories that have never been shared. Join us as we unravel the mystery.
It's a privilege to be the first guest of the wonderful podcast Untold. My name is Victor Kange. I am a Cameroonian blogger, content creator. I do artist management, communications management, and I also write articles for Wikipedia and public relations as well.
You've actually been in the game for a very long time, Victor Kange. I've known you for a very, very long time. I used to be a fan, and you're one of the brains behind 237 Showbiz. And back then we all know that when it comes to content creation, maybe it wasn't all about the money. I won't speak for you. So what do you think about the increased number of content creators now in Cameroon? Is it about a passion or for the money?
First and foremost, I would like to share you guys an insight of my own story, my journey of how I got into the content creation. It's not something I didn't just wake up and decide to be a blogger. What happened is that I was looking for different streams of income to actually help my parents with financial issues during my school days, my university days. So I saw this job offer 237 Showbiz, and they were looking for editors. So I actually took the job and I started writing articles. Then that was like 2015, and I'll write articles and send, and I'll get paid 850 francs a day, and that was like 25k a month. Then that was like 10 years ago. So it was money driven then, but not like I didn't like. The money it's not really that much money that could motivate me, I just needed some little funds to transport myself to school. So that's why I took the job. Now, talking about if it's passion driven or what was the other?
Yeah, for passion or for money, like the increased number of content creators.
Thank you very much. If you look at content creation nowadays, we have so many content creators, not just in Cameroon but in Africa, Nigeria in particular. And with the advent of monetization, it has skyrocketed the amount of content creators that we have. And nowadays, anybody that just wants to build their platform, and then in the next 2 months they want to start making money from it. So I would say for now it's totally money driven. It's a money driven situation.
In your opinion, should every Facebook page owner with thousands of followers be considered a blogger?
No, you can. Yeah, blogging is different. It's different. It's like an online diary, and you must have a niche if you want to become a blogger. If you're a food blogger, you're a religious blogger, political blogger, entertainment blogger, you must have a niche. You can't just have, and you must actually know how to write. You must have a little bit of journalistic skills in you, writing articles, creating content, creating relationships. And it's not just anybody that has hundreds of thousands of pages that can become a blogger. It goes beyond more than that.
And maybe less engagement can be considered as a blogger more than the person with 50,000 followers. Is that what you mean?
Whether you're a blogger or not, it has to first of all be something that is a profession. Blogging is a profession. It's online journalism. And it's something that is being taught at the University of Buea. It's a course from the University of Buea. So it's online journalism. Even if you can be let's say an influencer, you have 1 million followers, or you can be maybe a socialite and you have 1 million followers. It doesn't mean that you're a blogger. It's a profession. So anybody with thousands of followers cannot be considered.
The people out there, they just admire your works and everything, but they don't know what you actually go through. That's what Untold, the podcast, is all about. So tell us about an experience, like an experience that you might never forget when it comes to the field of blogging or in the entertainment industry.
I mean, I've been blogging for like 10 years today, and every day you come across challenges, you come across things that make you want to give up, But one of the few challenges that I've had personally has been with the quality and the consistency in the releases of artists, their song releases, the consistency and the quality and the creativity of some content creators. It's not really challenging on my part, but it's discouraging as a blogger, because you expect to have content after every hour, because we are supposed to post after every hour, and if you don't have enough content, if you don't have creative content, it's very difficult, it's very challenging. So basically that's just it.
Would like to know if there is a union that binds every blogger in this industry together, that union which makes you guys to share deals together, promo, or everyone acts independently.
There used to be one, but nowadays it's very, very difficult to have an association that binds bloggers, where you have people sharing deals. Somebody has 1 million followers, another person has 10,000 followers, another person has 500,000 followers. So you don't expect that there should be like a union where, let's say, if a deal comes in, the person that has 1 million followers and more rich will want to share the same cake with somebody that has 10,000 followers. So it's pretty difficult, and most times the client that wants the advert or the publication will go for bloggers that have top reach, and then maybe they want to pick 1 or 2 bloggers. So it just depends on the good relationship that you have with other colleagues that you can cut across the information through different media platforms.
About you guys coming together, maybe those who have about 500,000 followers, you decide to come up with an association, while those below 500,000 followers decide to come up with another association. What about that idea?
It's a good idea, but it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult because people have their different niche. Maybe you have you're doing political blogging, you're doing religious blogging, you're doing food blogging. So maybe somebody might want to advertise maybe their business, and it doesn't go with politics. You can't put business on a political page, or you can't put politics on an entertainment page. So it's very difficult, but it's something that we probably look into and see how we can bring that together.
So how many blogs do you think, like Anglophone bloggers, how many blogs do you think have, let's say, from 500,000 plus to 1 million followers? Is there any blog in the Anglophone region that has 1 million followers as at now?
I don't think so. It's very difficult to build an audience. You might have people that follow you without clicking the follow button, but what's more important is the reach. The followership doesn't really matter. You can have 10,000 followers on your page, and another person has 1 million followers on their page, but when both of you post, the post reaches more people than someone who has 1 million followers. You can have 10,000 followers and you do a post and it cuts across 2 million people. But it will show that it has been liked by 200 people, and you have like 30 comments, but it has reached 2 million people. So the companies are more interested in the insights, not the likes and the comments that you see on your page. So if a company wants to work with you, they'll go for your back end. What's your reach for that month, what's your reach for the last 28 days or the last 90 days, and that's how you get deals and tend to work with you again and again.
A lot of fans and followers usually complain that bloggers buy followers, they buy reach and all they like. So in your opinion, you've been in the game for more than 10 years, if I may say, and you know how these things work. I don't want you to mention any blogger here, but do you think that there are some bloggers out there who actually buy followers?
Yes, of course. It's business. It's business. Everybody is looking for where they can make their daily bread. It's just like someone who has a poultry. They need to put art fertilizer for their chicks to be healthy. So buying followers and buying reach is something that is normal. Some people even buy the Twitter trends. If you want to trend on Nigerian Twitter today, you can pay for that. If you want to be on Apple Music Top 100, you can pay for that. If you want to trend on YouTube, you can pay for that. So it's sometimes there are marketing strategies. If a brand comes and sees that you have 1 million followers and probably you bought like 900,000, they want to work with you because they've seen those numbers. But now it's detriment to your insights and your back end, because majority of your followers are robots. So when you post, it's only going to show you the organic followers that you have. So it's not something that I can advise anybody to.
Okay, before we stop talking about the blogger stuff and all the like, most bloggers they work as PR or social media managers for big artists and all the like. And in the case of Cameroon, because we are talking about a global scale here, in the case of Cameroon, it's very, very difficult for an artist to travel even to Gabon or Nigeria and goes with the PR. It's very, very difficult. I think one of the examples that I've seen is when Zamani Block is doing perfectly well when Zamani traveled to Ghana with Elisha K of Akumba Music. So what do you think about the scenario whereby most entertainers or let's say artists travel out of the country without their PR? How do they manage their social media handles from afar?
Social media management is a virtual job. You don't need to be present with your artists to be able to manage their pages. All you need is just their access to their social media. And what if I should understand your question, what you are trying to ask is probably a road manager or a content manager, somebody who probably takes pictures and records the shows of the artists. And to answer that, in most cases the promoters don't really have enough money to pay for the event. Maybe they will have to book the artist, let's say for like 10 million francs, and then they have to pay for the show like 10 million francs, and then they have to pay for the artist flight business class, and then they will tell you that they can only afford the flight of the artist and one other person as the manager. So in most cases it just depends on the financial power of the event organizer or the promoter.
Perfectly understood. But not trying to go against your idea or whatever you've said, but the thing is, don't you think that as an artist, for example, if you're an artist and you're working with someone who is a PR, because I think the artist and the PR they discuss a lot before a music is out there. They have to discuss a lot, put one or two things together, cut the T's and dot the I's. Now, don't you think that if you are an artist and I'm your PR, it will be better for you to give me that exposure, like maybe traveling with me to other countries, because those are some of the things that encourage workers to actually do their best. When you're treated very well, like Untold the podcast is here to bring some of the insights or the hidden stories. For example, if I'm working with an artist and the artist always travels to maybe Gabon, Cote d'Ivoire and all the like, and I know very well that he or she has the powers to take me to some of these countries. I have an international passport, we can go together, the person has the money, but it's not taking me there, I won't be happy. You get it? So should we see artists taking their entire team, like 3 to 4 persons out of the country in subsequent years, or you think they don't just want to take them along?
No, of course every artist wants their team to win. I mean, if you employ someone to work in your team, it means that they are capable, and you trust their work ethics. So, like I said, it boils down to the financial power of the event organizer. For instance, you invited me to the Untold podcast. I was supposed to come here with my PA. Supposed to come here with my.
Well, you could come with your PA. I don't have an issue with that.
Yes, but now I'm talking about the financial power of the event organizer. You know, if they are able to pay for the pay the full fee for the show, they pay for the because the artist will tell you that, okay, I'm traveling with myself and 4 other members. And in most cases, it's always the event organizers who want to cut down costs, because they want to cut down costs. In most cases, they'll tell you that they can only afford the artists, and that's why you see most of our artists taking loan flights.
Another blogger gave another blogger a deal, and what he did was that he went over to Facebook and made a publication about giving that particular blogger a deal. What do you think? I mean, do you think it is a good idea or a very bad one?
I think personally, I think there are circumstances that will lead to something like that. You know, if it depends now if the blogger made it negative or made it positive, because I don't think I've come across that post, but I'm just trying to put my head in the situation. If the blogger came out to share the news positive or negatively, because I can get a deal, let's say with the Paris 2024 Olympics, right? And then I share with my colleagues. That's great news, right? Let's say, okay, I got this deal from the Paris Olympics. It's huge. I can't handle it alone, so I decided to pick this person. So that's me sharing positive and in another direction, promoting the event and as well the progress of Cameroonian bloggers. So it all depends on if it was shared negatively or positively.
All right. So this is it. Maybe you might not have seen it on Facebook. However, like she said, a blogger had a deal. Like the person wanted to give the deal, called this blogger A, and told the blogger that I want blogger B's number, because I have this deal for blogger B, and blogger A and blogger B, they had an issue online. It's not a thing of today. It seems as if blogger B is one person who always look for trouble, and blogger A decided to still give the number of blogger B to that person who wanted to give the other guy the promo. And when blogger B got the deal, blogger A took screenshots of everything and posted it on his blog. Like, to me, it sounds negative. It looks negative, even though some people think that they were praising blogger A because, despite the fact that they had an issue with blogger B, he still gave the deal to blogger B. So what's your take about such event? Because blogger B came out and was like, if that's what you do, don't give me deals anymore. I don't want your deals. I'll better die hungry. I don't want the other kinds in there. You get it? So you as a blogger, you've been in the game for a very long time. I know some of these things are so familiar. What's your take about that?
From traditionally, I know that when we get deals, everything has to go through the private messages inbox. The audience don't really need to know whether who gave who what. Days in, days out, you have deals and you have people that you share with. And if it's a case of them, maybe they are loggerheads and then they decide to make it public, I just feel like there's a little bit of sarcasm that's involved in it. Maybe you're trying to prove, I don't know, maybe you're ahead, or you can still, somebody's biting your fingers, you're still feeding them, and you won't stop feeding them even if they are biting your fingers. I just feel like that's the hidden message behind such an action. But I don't think it's something that it's good for the image of Cameroonian bloggers. We need to do better.
So if I give you a deal and we are not in good footing, and I come online and talk about it for likes and comments.
First of all, if we are not in good terms, we're not in good terms. there's no need to sugarcoat anything. We're not in good terms. We're not in good terms.
Maybe the person that actually wanted the promo needed you, but I am the one that he is supposed to get through before getting to you. And then all of a sudden I go online. I'm not the one who actually has the money for the promo. I'm just like a vessel, you know. And then I go online and I start posting about it. I gave Victor Kange a deal, even though people think that me and Victor Kange we are not like just Messi and Ronaldo.
Yes.
You know, Messi telling his fans that I am the one who actually gave Ronaldo the deal to go to Saudi Arabia and all the like. Yeah. You as Ronaldo, will you be grateful for Messi, or how will you take it?
Nah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look, to be honest. And I feel like if you are not in good terms with somebody that you have a client wants you to work with, it's good that you make it clear to the client that, okay, if you want me to take charge of this particular project, these are the people that I can bring on board. These are the people that I know that I trust their judgment, I trust their hard work. So if you probably call somebody I'm not in good terms with, I'll probably send you their number and you talk to them directly. So I just feel like it's something that could be handled better and not bringing it out on social media.
Okay, before we go to the last question of the day, there is something I want to ask you. You are into the entertainment industry, and let's talk a little bit about the music of Cameroon. I mean, artists producing music as compared to in the days when the Mr. Leo and every other person were Salatier, they were under Alphabeta Records here in Buea and all the like. What's your take about the regular complaints from fans about what's happening recently? Artists not producing good music and all the like. Some artists actually changing their way of singing and every other thing. What's your take about that? Because I know very well that you're one person that has actually been in the industry. You've worked with a lot of artists, A-list, B-list, and you know, the upcomers. What's your take about the recent complaints from fans when it comes to music in Cameroon?
Okay, music is a product, and you, the artist, is the machine that makes that product, and you're making the music for the fans to consume. Okay, let's just take a walk down to OIC market, and let's say we are around the area where fresh tomatoes is sold. Okay, you have like 4 women selling fresh tomatoes. The first woman is selling, she washed her tomatoes, they are really shiny. The second woman didn't wash her tomatoes, they have a little bit of mud on it. And then let's see, the third person is selling these tomatoes that, you know, it's a little bit decayed, it's soft. Now you want to cook sauce and you're going to the market. Now let's redirect these tomatoes as music, as songs. Let's say track 1, track 2, track 3. If you want to make sauce and you are at that line for tomatoes, which tomatoes are you going to be attracted to? The shiny ones that have been washed, right?
My auntie will go for the ones that are almost spoiled because it will be cheaper.
Your auntie will go for the ones that I'm talking about you.
Me, I'll go for the first class.
The shiny ones,
yes.
Also. Okay. Now let's say it's good that you mentioned your auntie and you have yourself, and these are 2 different generations. We need to understand that fans, they change, they grow. We have people that were 15 years old when Mr. Leo dropped on Vajere. Now they are like 30 years old. You don't expect them to continue consuming the same music that they were 15 years old. The same way they've grown from 15 to 30 is the same way your music has to grow, because while they are growing, they have come across different caliber of artists, international artists that have, you know, clouded their fans. They grew up to, you know, love different artists. So it all boils down to the quality of music that we are making, and that affects what the fans want to consume. If you're making music, you're not making music to keep on your hard drive. You're making music to please and entertain people. And if you don't give them what they want, they won't be able to pay attention to what you are releasing.
So is it that our artists are stuck? They don't evolve with the recent trends, or because from what you were explaining, I don't really get it. I don't know if it's only me or the audience out there, but I don't really get it. Is it that our artists, they don't evolve? Because you talk about a 15 years old when Mr. Leo dropped Onva Jere, and the person might be 30 years old now. The mindset must have changed, and the person wants something different based on the fact that maybe he or she is listening to music from Ghana, South Africa, and Nigeria. So is it that our artists, they don't evolve with the recent trends, or like, are they stuck? What's happening?
I won't generalize all the artists, but I would just say that a lot of work needs to be done, not just with the artists but with the producers, and it boils down to the video directors, the mixing and sound engineers, the bloggers themselves. It's a whole chain. So I feel like there's a lot of creativity and a lot of research that needs to be done for the betterment of our music. So in today's music, you have artists that are releasing songs and people are not paying attention to the songs because it's not something that they like, and nowadays data is very, very expensive. No one would like to pay attention to what is not giving them joy. They probably go for what is trending or what's viral.
So as an artist, if as a blogger, if an artist comes to you with a song, sends you the masterpiece of the song, and the song is not nice, you know the song now was song, like the song no fine, and the artist has money to pay for promo, will you advise the artist to go back to the studio and do some finishing touches, or you collect the money and push it on your page?
When you post this podcast, you are going to see many of those artists in the comment section.
Oh,
many of them that I've actually told them that this, I respect everybody that goes to the studio and is able to record a song.
Yeah.
And if you send me a song and the song is not good, I'll probably first of all advise you that it's the passion is there, the talent is there, and there's room for improvement. Now, what you need to do is that if you bring me money on a song like this, I already know my audience. I know how they are going to react to a song like this. So if you bring me a song like this and you bring me the money, I'll probably tell you that you need to go back, do more research, work with better producers, work on your vocals, and then come back. Because if you insist on releasing this song and paying for the promotion, you are throwing water on the duck's back. So in most, it's not just one, not two, not 10. There are so many artists I've actually sent them back with their money. Like I said, when you post this podcast, you are going to see many of them in the comment section giving.
It means you're doing well. This boils down to our topic for today, because we were talking about, is it all about passion or for the money? Because some other blogger out there will collect the money and push the song, even if the song is not nice. But you saying that you've actually sent at least 5 or 10 artists with their song, telling them to go back to the studio and do 1 or 2 things for the song to be good. It means you're actually different, and that shows that you have passion for the entertainment industry. It's not just about the money, because if it was about the money, I think you actually take the song and you post it. You don't even care about what people say on your comment section, because it's not about the post even. Most of the times you go to the comment section, you know what you must have posted up there. So I think you're doing a nice job, Victor.